Good morning. It's a beautiful day outside. Sun is shining as bright as ever. I don't hear many birds though, so birds must be away right now. But beautiful day outside for a walk. And sorry in advance if I sound a little bit more nasally than usual. I am a little under the weather, but one better way to feel better than to be out with nature, right? It's not super cold out anyway, so should be fine, right? Ideally. But yeah, just sorry in advance. But yeah, I wanted to talk about something that I saw a couple days ago, and it's kind of stuck with me. I actually saw a shooting star for the first time in my life, right? Like, I mean, I've seen them on like videos, whatever, but I actually saw a shooting star myself with my own eyes. You know, I was getting back from climbing, and I looked up. I just had an inkling to look up into the sky. It's just, I don't know what it was. I literally just looked up and I saw it. I saw one. I saw a shooting star. It was so beautiful. It was like beautiful streak of light ending with the bang, right? I was like, oh my goodness, I just saw a shooting star. It was like, I felt like I was like the only one in that night sky to have seen it. Now, obviously, I don't think that's actually true. I doubt it, but it could be. I don't know who else was looking out, but I saw it, and it was so beautiful. And at first, you know, I was like, oh man, you know, I wrote it down. I wrote it down in my little journal so that I would never forget the day I saw a shooting star. But I got to thinking, you know, like, what could that mean? And I'm over here looking on the internet. I'm like, looking at all these different definitions, all these different cultures, these different societies have different meanings for what a shooting star could mean, right? You know, I see like souls, like something related to the soul, like elevating, like a rising soul or a descending soul. I see good fortune, wishes, right? I see all these different meanings. I'm like, maybe let me stop looking on the internet for all these different people's perspectives of a shooting star, and I want to form my own. And so that's what I'm doing. Shooting star, right? Streak of light and it ends in a bang. Right? Something so magnificent, so beautiful that you don't really get to see unless you're in like certain areas. I know some areas have like more activity than others, but you don't really get to see it. And so I want to think about what it means for me, and the conclusion that I've come up with is that, you know, it's like a confirmation for me as to show that, you know, I am okay, like I am on the right path, and everything is gonna be okay, right? Because, you know, I was feeling a little down, right? And I saw that it was like a sign from the universe that, you know, you are growing. You're able to appreciate things much more than before, and even on your worst days, you're still growing. And so I take that as, you know, a confirmation that my being, my spirit is elevated. It is on a higher frequency than before, and I'm able to see and appreciate things that I never would have been able to before, because I was vibrating at such a low frequency, but just a lower frequency. I used to have like a victim mentality right? I used to blame all these other things that for the reason as to why I am stuck in these mental cycles, these repeating patterns that I used to exhibit, right? I used to blame other things, but then I started taking accountability. I started doing work, and now I can appreciate, you know, the beauty and, you know, the world around me, right? I think this part of my journey that I'm in is a love letter from the universe, right? I'm not so much like looking for love, right? But the universe is showing that it loves me, right? And I'm able to receive that, right? Like, so the universe is just giving me a bunch of signs that, you know, it does love me, and I am, you know, protected, right? And just even like the shooting star, right? Something so beautiful, so quick. It's like it's gone in an instant, and I saw it. So I think that's another way of the universe is showing that, you know, it loves me. Because I've always liked stars. I've always liked the stars, the planets. Ever since I was a kid, I've always been fascinated by the fact that there are these giant, you know, celestial bodies just floating in our sky. Right? You know, I was also pretty big on, well, I still am, just Greek and Roman mythology, right? And you know, the planets are like, they get their names from those mythologies. So I've always been big on stars and planets, and now as I'm growing older, you know, I'm able to pick up more symbolism, more connections between the stories that, you know, these people told, stories that other societies have told, like the Egyptians, you know, the Central Americans, Native Americans, all of them. Seeing the connection, seeing the symbolism, and, you know, it was so nice. I don't know how else to describe it. Like, it was so magical to me. There we go, that's a good word. It was so magical. It's like, you know, no, that's not true. I've always believed in magic, right? But I didn't really like start believing in it until more recently. I was like, there's so many magical things that happen. It's like, if you just take some time to look, to feel it, and you'll understand it too. Look at the sun. The sun is so bright. Oh my goodness. But yeah, shooting star, huh? I guess another way I could interpret it is that, you know, I am more in line with the universe, right? I'm more aligned than I ever was. And so I'm able to tap into these energies that previously I could never have even fathomed to see. But yeah, it's a nice experience that I had. You know, in some ways, I think we also are shooting stars. You know, in my life, I've been around people who didn't really appreciate me, right? But, you know, in my head, I thought they appreciated me, or like I would like gaslight myself into thinking that, oh, you know, this is just how people treat you, right? But then, you know, I faded out of people's lives, right? Or I let people out of my lives, right? And in a sense, you know, some of those people, you know, they want to try to come back into my life, or they want me back in their lives, but I don't really want no part of that. And in a sense, it's like, that could be saying that, you know, you are a shooting star, right? You know, your beauty in someone's life is only meant to be breathed if they can appreciate it, right? If they can't appreciate your beauty or what you bring to someone's life, then you aren't meant to be in their life, right? That's a lesson that I'm learning as well, you know, because I used to let people take advantage of me all the time. And, you know, I didn't really realize it, right? But I was expending so much energy on people who would never have done the same for me. And so it's like, my energy, the light that I would bring to people, you know, wasn't appreciated. And so I left. I disappeared. Just like a shooting star. Hopefully that makes sense. You know, I'm kind of just rambling on, you know, whatever comes to mind. Hopefully it makes sense. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Maybe someone needs to hear that. But yeah, no, the main thing is that, you know, shooting stars are beautiful, and I saw it as a sign that, you know, everything is gonna be all right. If you're listening to this, everything will be all right. You know, hey, the birds are singing. Yeah. Keep going. Stay safe, right? Protect those around you. Protect yourself. And everything will be alright. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this right here. If you're seeing this, I love you. Hope everything's okay. Stay safe, right? Protect yourself, protect those around you, and yeah, everything will be alright. Stay easy.